Welcome back to Zielonka, guys. As you can see, we are now harvesting our beetroot. As we said after the last episode, we couldn't quite fit it in, so we are harvesting field 73 at the moment. Off camera, I did a small sorghum harvest. We've got a big loan, so obviously we need the money. So I did that very quickly, and right now, hopefully you can see in the distance, there's a little red Valtra doing a ploughing contract. Obviously I've only got 2 tractors at the moment, so we couldn't do the contract with our own equipment. So that's for, let's see how much. Yeah, 2,200. It's about 170 to lease the equipment. So that should be £2,000 income. Obviously we'll have to pay for the AI, but let's call that £1,500 income for doing nothing in the background. Passive income, we'll call it that. While we focus on our beetroot. We need this to make as much triple soup as possible. So that's the plan for the day. I've got another field that also needs doing, so potentially we'll take a break after this field from doing beetroot, and we might do another contract to break it up so that we don't do beetroot for the whole contract. As relaxing as it is, just driving side by side catching beets, it's not great content if we do that for the whole episode. So I'm going to crack on. I'm going to work on this field, then we'll come back to you when this one's done. Hopefully the ploughing contract will be done, and then we'll look at the time and we'll decide what there is left to do for the day, whether we do another contract before we do our other beetroot field. Alright, speak to you soon. Okay guys, here we are back doing the last row, or last run, with 2 rows on the beetroot field. The voucher finished the contract, so I completed that, took the £2,000. We have done 1 full trailer of beetroot down, or taken 1 full trailer of beetroot down to the soup factory. As you can see, this is the 2nd trailer, which will looks like it'll get just over 90%, or maybe not. Yeah, it should get just over 90%. It has now started raining, unfortunately. So there's 90%. Now, it's annoying that it does that. I don't normally worry, but I'm right over the last row, so let's jump in and try and get those last few. Then we can take these to the soup factory. And to break things up, I decided to do another contract. It's a super small one, but it means using different equipment. So we are going to do the potato harvest contract, which conveniently is right by the soup factory. I say conveniently because what that means is this tractor and trailer will be empty and we'll be right by where we need to be. So let's drive over to the factory as quick as possible, empty out our beetroot. Wow, yeah, see, look, in the last hour, £1,100 worth of wages. And those wages would only be the helper for the ploughing contract, which wasn't for the whole hour, and then the helper for the beetroot field we've just done. And here's the other beetroot field we've got left to do, the one on the right there. We've got that one left to do. So the wages, they rack up pretty quickly. That's why all these contracts help, because that £2,000 ploughing contract, as much as some of those wages would have gone towards that, they would also have contributed to the wages for the helper that you have to have when you're doing these root crops. You've got no choice, you have to incur the wage costs. So here we go, soup factory. Okay. As much as I like this trailer, one thing I've noticed is the animation to empty is really long and really slow. So it's a nice tractor, the cover looks nice, the colour's nice. Is it the 860? The 870 can pull it really nicely. But yeah, look, it takes forever. So before we start the potatoes, let's look to see how many beetroot we've got. 235,000 litres. That's more than enough to do the triple soup, and we've got one field to go. Right, so let's get this over here out of the way. We're going to have to make a trip to the potato processing plant with these potatoes. I've not been there yet. Okay, unfold. Lower. It won't lower. Turn on. It won't turn on. Turn on. Okay. I think I'm supposed to go the other way. I am. Oh, that can be annoying. We'll do it the way they've been planted. To make it a little bit more realistic. But I didn't spot that first time. So hopefully we'll get this done quickly, and then we can get back to doing the beetroot. And maybe a ploughing or cultivating contract comes up before the end of the day. Again, for a bit of variety. Okay. Let's back up one last time. And I think after that it probably makes more sense to turn around. There we go. Right. And right, there we are, lined up. So I'm going to work through this field, and then when we're nearly done, I'll come back and see how many trailers. I'm guessing only one, but we'll see how many trailers we get out of this field. The one thing I like about the rain is we're going to have some clean equipment. I don't like dirty vehicles on the farm, I have to say. So anyway, I'll catch you guys when we're nearly finished. Okay guys, here we are. We're just doing the last few little rows of potatoes. I've just sent the trailer off to the potato processing plant to unload the first trailer of potatoes. There wasn't quite enough space in there for what we had here, and obviously I haven't had to use the AI helper for this contract because I've been doing it. So the AI cost on this contract will be small. I can crack on filling up the harvester while he is hopefully, and look at that, emptying out. I just want to double check this is where they're going to be. Yes, potato processing plant. Right, lower, turn on, and hopefully he will get back as we finish up here. So the question is, what are we going to do after we've done this contract? Well, I don't think there's any new contracts on there yet, so I think we'll probably have to go and start doing our beetroot on our last field. I think that is what we'll have to do. Can you see him, Gabe? Is he coming back yet? No. Let's check. Yeah, look, parsnips, carrots, we don't want to do that. Right, so if I turn off the harvester and come over here, while we wait for that tractor to come back, we can take this over to the other field. I keep toying with the idea of investing in the bigger harvester, but I don't think, unless you're doing lots of big fields, it's worth it. So I'm going to try and do some maths, because this goes at 6 miles an hour, whereas the big harvester goes at 4. So it's slightly slower, but because it's twice as wide, you have half as many changes, turnarounds at the other end. So I'm not sure if it's worth it. I need to do the math. Now, for some reason, my class is parked down there instead of where it needs to be. That's no good. Right, let's line this up anyway. Okay, it's lined up and it's good to go. Pipe out. We have to raise it. I think that's about where we have it. Right. Yeah, it's just parked up in there. What a muppet. Okay, let's quickly drive over to where the harvester is. It's just over there, we can see it in the distance. Take the cover off. And here we go. Right. So, where is the potato processing plant? Let's look on the map. Like I said, I've not actually driven there. We're over there. Now, I think the entrance is only on that side of the road. So, okay. Let's scoot down here. We'll go along this road to the left, cut the corner, and see if we can see any golden apples on the side of the river pond. No. We've got the apples from the processing plant. I haven't seen any in ages, by the way. So here's the processing plant over here. Okay. Well, this is what we're hoping to buy next summer. Oh, there is an entrance right here. Handy. Right. Let's empty them out. Let's have a walk around and see if we find any apples. That's something different to do. Right. Contract done. Collect. Right, let's jump out. Let's see if we find any apples. That would be a good place to put them. No. No. We'll try that again, shall we? So if I jump onto here, jump onto there. None along here. Come on, you can get on the roof. There's got to be one on the roof, surely. If you can get on it, there's got to be one on it. No. No. No, not on this bit. Not even a bird's nest. That's crazy. Now, let's forget giggles. Maybe that pipe hasn't got a conflict. No. I was going to try and walk along it for fun. Well, I can't believe I've been here already and already got all the apples. There's no chance. Okay. What about around these containers? Oh, I can't get up onto there. I can fall down the gap though. No, no, no. See, is he wanting you to jump onto there and then jump on? Yeah, but then there's nothing. Right. You need to put in the comments if I've either missed a golden apple or I've just not looked in the right place. It looks like I might have come here at an earlier time and forgotten about it, because there's no way there's a production this big without any golden apples. It can't be. Okay. Well, I was getting excited I was going to get a golden apple. I could do with a little bit of cash. There's a YouTuber my son watches, and he says cash money moolah, and he says it all of the time. He does loads of stuff on Roblox, yeah, it used to be irritating when my son was first on it because he was really young, and this guy keeps saying cash money moolah, but actually now it's quite funny. And my son's actually quite creative on there, but that's by the by. So we've now got £18,000. The next good time to sell a lot of our stuff is November, so I don't anticipate selling anything in September and October. I'll just show you guys that now. If we scroll down to our productions, we are looking at triple soup. There's a bit of a spike there in November, 3,800. It's certainly higher than September and October. Yeah, so if I can get over 3,600, That would be handy for triple soup. Carrot soup, we might as well wait until April, unless we can get close to 3,500. And potato soup, November again, 3684. So potato soup, triple soup will sell in November. And the other thing was canola oil. Canola oil gets a decent price. I'm not going to get a lot of it by November. But yeah, if I could get close to 5,800, 5,700 in November, for 5 pallets or something, 6 pallets, that would give us a bit of cash to clear off our loan, which now sits at 275,000. So there's a lot to pay off there. But the soup should go a long way to doing that, I think, in November. In the meantime, let's take off the cover, starter helper, and get cracking on these beetroot. There we go. I'm also considering getting the subsoiler, the 3-metre subsoiler that came with the DLC, the premium pack. The plough does 3 metres and so does my cultivator. But it means I can do it all in one pass. So if I don't do it now, I'm definitely going to get it next summer. I know that I could possibly use a different subsoiler, but I really want to try using, where possible, the equipment that came with this DLC. So when we get to buying bigger planters and seeders, I will be trying to do that. Right. Let's back up. These telegraph poles are a pain in the backside, I tell you. But yeah, I'm going to crack on with this, and then I'm going to come back to you guys as normal when the field's finished. So see you soon. Okay guys, here we are, just finishing off the last row of our last beetroot field. I've taken 2 full trailers to the soup factory, and you can see we're going to be about 70% of the 3rd trailer. So it's 1:30 in September. I did just look and there were no other contracts, and we can just look in a second just to double check, but I think that may be the end of today's episode. I will rest. Let's just check. Yeah, look, we don't want to be doing more parsnips for £1,000, so that's the last of the beetroot. I will sleep, and then the next episode will come back in October. We'll see what there is left to do. I've got some carrots left to do. We'll see if there's any contracts. If not, we'll start out ploughing and cultivating, because we'll obviously need to turn over all the fields that had root crops. So I think that's it for this episode. Thank you for watching, I'll see you next time.